The deadlift. Now we're going to show you the conventional deadlift, which is not to be confused with a Romanian deadlift. So this version of a deadlift, we start from the floor. Step number one is to bring those toes up under the bar. Now we want that bar to be within an inch of our shins. We then make sure that our feet are approximately shoulder width apart. We can bring those hands down just outside of those knees. Now from here, we're going to make sure that our hip level is sitting in between our knees and our shoulders. So we're not down into a squat. We also don't have our bum in the air. We want to drop it down enough to keep that nice neutral spine position. Now from there, we need to lock those shoulders backwards. So through our lats, we're locking back, we're squeezing that bar tight, we're sitting back into our heels, making sure that our knees don't come over that bar, okay? So we've got our shoulders locked in. We're going to engage that core, so we're squeezing our abdominals. We achieve that by taking a big deep breath in, and we suck that belly button into our spine. Our next step is to take the slack out of this movement. So that means that our shoulders are locked tight, our arms are straight. We're starting to tension that bar before we start to push that floor away from us and go through that lift. On the way up through that movement, we need to squeeze our bum, we need to push our hips forward, and we stand upright at the top. We don't lean back at the top, we don't overextend. We just go to that standing position, which means our hips are locked forward. On the way down, we can let that chest come forward. So it's all from the hips until we pass our knees. We then sit that bum back down in between those shoulders and knees. That there is a conventional deadlift. We need to reset at the bottom of every single rep. Now with a deadlift, and something that a lot of people forget, is when we've finished our set, we put that bar back on the hooks. Now we're still under load throughout that, so it's really important that when we take the bar from the floor onto those hooks, it is still a rep. So I want you to be careful, and I want you to do that with correct form. So again, we get another look at the form here. We go through the exact form that we've talked about. We work through that lift perfectly. We can then walk the bar in and we can re-rack the weight.